First breakdown. So we're driving down the road. All right, so I'm all loaded up. My brother is across the street and it's his turn to get loaded. I'm just gonna walk over and make sure he's all good and kind of give him a hand on how he wants to lay out his load. I don't think he has much, so should be pretty easy. All right, guys, I ain't wasting no time getting Kyron loaded. Got a bunch of stuff here, just securing it all down. I think all they got left is just to put some plate up front on him. And he's got all these, I don't even know what to call it, but I'm giving him a hand. He's mainly guiding these guys in, and I'm throwing his chains and straps here and there, and he's helping me and he's helping them. So what do you think about this load? Kind of crazy? Something different. You haven't had to do this yet.
No, the stuff that you just took off your truck, they're about to put it back on mine. So.
Oh yeah, the aluminum.
Yeah.
Are they gonna put that on top of the plate? Are they giving you one plate? That's it?
No, I think they got one plate. They're gonna split the aluminum up and stack it up across even.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's too high to stack it.
Yeah. Alrighty. Alright guys, we're finally rolling. I got lucky, got a pretty easy load out of the deal. He's got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. We stopped, I got some DEF fluid, we're good on fuel. We got some McDonald's, had to settle for McDonald's. No Starbucks today. He's got about a 4-hour ride. I've got about a 3-hour ride. I'm going to Yakima. Originally, we were supposed to be going to the same place, but they switched things up, and I'm taking stuff directly to a job site. He's taking stuff directly to the customer in Pasco. So we'll have about a 3-hour ride together, which is totally cool. Beautiful day. We're gonna go over Snoqualmie Pass. He's never been over Snoqualmie Pass, so I'll make sure I take it pretty easy for him. You know, I'm not trying to lose him. You know, he's got a way bigger load than I do, even though I think it's lighter than mine, to be honest. Might be, might not be, I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna get up here and come along for the ride. Looks like I'm gonna have to hold his hand the whole trip. Come on, Kai. There he is. I know he keeps getting stuck behind different trucks and cars and everything, but I keep trying to tell him, stay on my ass enough to where you got a little bit of room, but you're not allowing everybody in between us. But, oh, it's a little blurry. He's coming now. I want him to take it easy on the motor, but man, if he'd just stick with me. But he'll learn. He'll learn. This is a good trip for him. He'll definitely learn. guys. First breakdown. So we're driving down the road and he just heard like a bunch of chattering in the transmission, and obviously that means something's going on with the suspension. So right now we found his leveling valve rod is broken, and it is pretty much, the bracket is broken, so it connects here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unbolt what's left to it, and we're gonna try to squeeze this guy in there, or try to MacGyver something. But we'll see what we come up with. But if you guys don't know, this leveling valve rod keeps the leveling valve in place so the airbags can inflate. And with it not being there, the airbags just fall. So right now, we just need to drill a hole. We don't have a drill, so right now I'm just trying to basically poke a hole through this, and we've already almost got it. Basically, the bracket cracked, and right now we'll fix it over the weekend. Thank God it's Friday. We'll fix it over the weekend, but right now, got a lot of miles, and this is better than trying to zip tie some stuff together. We just need to be able to get it big enough to get in here. We're almost there. Just trying to get it flat. Just need to go a hair bigger. Thank God your big brother was with you, huh? Oh, shit. We gotta get you lined out with some tools in your truck, too. Ghetto is I don't know what, but this shit better work. About to mess up all my screwdrivers and shit.
Hammer that shit, dude.
I just don't want to mess up the threads too bad.
Yeah, that's true. Then screw it through.
Yeah.
There's your drill.
That's true. Good as new. I'm not even super concerned with the other side being in there, to be honest. Like this.
Yeah.
This is supposed to keep it flat, I think.
No, there's a little hook that it hooks to.
Hook.
Yeah.
But even if I overlap it,
It'll catch.
right. Let me just put this back together. I know this is supposed to be able to swing back and forth, which it can. should hold it there.
Yeah.
If I do it like that.
Yeah.
Now watch out. I'm gonna go up with it. So that's the only problem is now
it don't go down.
No, when it goes up and down, it can still slide. This needs to stay straight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zip tie here and here to where it even though it's so tight, it has to stay flush. It has to stay in line with this and this. So I just don't want to go too tight in here and strip it out, but I need to go tight enough. And what the zip tie is going to do is brace it to where it can't slide down, up or down. All right, guys, so we're gonna hope and pray that this works. I think it will. I'm gonna have them fire it up, build up enough pressure. We're gonna see what the leveling valve does. It should work. I've got it zip tied and braced, and I've got the screw back inside of it. So it's super jank and ghetto, but I think it'll work just fine. It's level here, and that's where we need to be anyway. It's already building air pressure, I can feel it. So, let's wait for this thing to air up and we'll be on our way in a bit. All right, guys, so we made it here to the site. Kyron should be good to go. Minor setback, but he should be all good. But I'm here. And I just got this plate for these guys. I'm just waiting for someone to come unload me. So I've never seen this done before. They've got a hole in the center and they've got a picking device where they basically can lift it just like that, nice and level. Never seen that before. Super efficient. There goes my truck wash. That's alright. It's Friday. Truck already ran through rain twice. Gone through so many dirty yards and dusty lots. I should have enough time to watch it this weekend. We'll see. I'm trying to work on my new vessel. We'll see if I can start working on my vessel this weekend. We'll see. Nah, it's beautiful again. Guess I just had to go over a little rain cloud. Little rainy boy. It's windy though. KFC coming in clutch after a long day of trucking. Come on. Oh, blue water.
Damn, there's a fucking Roadside 190 on my road. Easy now, easy now. Easy now. Skip rudder. Don't be getting too much. Stay to the left or right? Stay in the middle. Alright. Middle of the channel. Always to the left. Don't go to the right. It's got big rocks up and down the whole deal. Yeah, fucking trim down and fucking scooter. Oh look, there's another little center console.
So guys, I've never owned a boat before. I never thought I'd ever own a boat before. But man, this has been a pretty cool experience. My buddy Casey ended up getting a boat just a week after I got mine. And we went over to a local lake of ours and did a little test trial of his boat. And man, that thing runs great. It's got a little small block Ford in it and eats water like it ain't nothing. And man, dude, this has been a really cool experience so far. I got some plans for this thing. All I did is put plugs, oil, and this thing runs like a champ, dude. So to be honest, man, these boats are just older boats. Like mine's a 93, his is an 89. So we got older like 90s, 80s junk, you know, to anybody else that's out there spending 60, 70 grand on a boat.
Just a bunch of 90s junk.
Look, man, I had a dirt bike that sat most of the time, didn't do anything on the weekends. And look at me now, you know, we're able to go out, cruise these things. And I mean, what more can you ask for, you know, out of a $6,500 boat? Like, I encourage anybody to get into boating. I mean, it's cool. It's so much freedom. You know, you would never think you have this much freedom out of a boat.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night beneath the mistletoe. It's cold outside, 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 outside. It's cold outside, outside, outside. Cold outside.
All right, guys, so we've been after it for a while, probably a couple hours now. As you can see, we've been chasing this whole issue. We had power at the 7-way, then we didn't have power at the 7-way behind the truck. Then we had power, and we're just trying to go back and forth. We basically, you know, didn't have brake lights here, but we had power at the 7-way up front, and then we tested again and it went away. And then I told him, here, hook up to my trailer, and he hooked up to my trailer and the lights worked on this. So we figure, okay, there's something intermediate going on. So there must be something when you hit bumps, you know, it's making connection, not making connection. So I think when he drove over, that was enough to make the connection. And when we drove back over this way, it stopped. So we are, my buddies came through and we are now at the junction box on the truck. So got brake lights on the truck, but not on the trailer. So still diagnosing. So after diagnosing on Kyron's truck all day, we basically found that the J-box had so much corrosion all in it and around it, and just we couldn't find good voltage. Like, it was just, we'd find one wire that had good voltage and another section that had like not enough voltage, and it was ridiculous. So it was hot already, and we already had plans to go out on the water. So that's what we did, man. After a long day of diagnosing, we ended up right at the river. So the river's just right by where I parked the truck and the boat. So yeah, man, live to fight another day, I guess.
I'm about to drink about at least 6 of these bitches. At least 6 of these bitches over here.
All right, good morning, guys. So we are getting this thing figured out. So I'm going to show you guys real quick what we're looking at for repair for his 7-way and everything like that, and I'll kind of briefly explain what we got going on. Alrighty, so let me guide you through this really quick. We have a huge harness here that goes all the way around and loops all the way back here. So there's a bunch of extra wiring, right? So we have here is a junction box, also known as a J box. We have main feed from the truck side coming into the junction box, and we also have wiring going here for pulling trailers up top, and then we also have wiring coming out of here that takes the feed all the way to the back, so you can run either or. You can run, a trailer up top or a trailer in the back. Very simple stuff. Basically, all you're doing is you're putting your powers to turn signals, brakes, whatever, and you're putting it all in the same ring terminals, and you're basically sharing the power. So it's very simple. This looks like a mess because it is a mess. So right now what we have going on is the main power. You gotta remember, this truck has over 1 million miles on it. So the main power here has, as we have taken the stripping back, the insulation back, every wire, excuse me, every wire all the way back to where we cut it right here has a lot of resistance and a lot of corrosion. The wires are almost black in here. Let's see if I can get a better shot. So this thing is getting 0.5 volt in some sections. It's getting 12 volts in some sections. Some wires aren't getting 12 volts. But the good news is whoever did this must have done this obviously after the truck was running or whatever. So this is newer wiring. This is newer wiring. This is original. So I did a couple little slits, and as you can see, we have nice let's see if we get a better shot. We have nice wiring exposed just a little bit back from the terminal. As you guys can see, look how rusted these ends are and everything. So we have good wiring coming out of this harness, and we have good wiring coming out of this harness. So that's good news, because now we don't have to redo the wiring for the length of the frame or wiring here. Basically what we need to worry about is the wiring that goes from the cab, so the main signal. So the scary thing, not scary, but a little more challenging, is I need to undo all of this entire stock harness. I need to pull it out of here, and I need to see where does it stop the corrosion, because as we were pulling this stripping back, look at this, it's still kind of wet in here. It was just like chocolate milk, muddy, just throughout the years, man, just from it being old. This whole thing was just wet inside here. So I just don't know how far it got corroded. Last thing here, we have beautiful color coded, easy to recognize what goes where. But the further you go back on this harness, look at this. All you got, yellow and white. So that makes our job just a little more challenging. It's not the end of the world. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull all this stuff out. I'll get it out here to where I can work on it. I'll keep stripping it back to see where does it stop? Where do I get good wiring again? I'll test for power on all the good wiring that I find. I'll start fresh. I'll reconnect another 7-way just like this, and I'll bring it back to this junction box. But if I have a little more room to play with, I might be able to start my J box back here. Or hold on a second, actually, this is huge. So we might be able to throw this directly into the J box instead of, and you know what? That might be the ticket. I might just have to get a J box, that's it. Because if we just get a J box and ring terminals, and as I strip all this stuff back, I mean, thank God we have, look at how much we have to play with. All this is from the factory, from stock factory stuff. So we can strip this back, find good wiring, and then throw it directly into the J box, and then feed our upside and our downside with that, and we'll pretty much be done. We should have good power after that. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna see how far this has been corroded, and then we're gonna test for all the lights and make sure everything works, and make sure everything's getting power, and we'll just go from there. Made my way over to Peterbilt to go pick up a few parts and whatnot, and look at this. Joel Olson got a couple brand new trucks, man. All right, pretty guys, cool. So little change of plans. I went and was kind of like trying to grab parts for Kai's truck, and then I got a call from Jeff. Got a load for Idaho. I don't have to go today, but it's for Wednesday. So tomorrow will be 4th of July, which no problem. I mean, we had such a good weekend already. Like, I'm totally fine with, you know, running down to Idaho on the 4th, you know, just kind of, I'll take off in the afternoon, just kind of nice and easy, chill. And it's about an 8-hour drive where I have to go. So I'll just nice and easy take it on down there on the 4th, and then get unloaded first thing in the morning, which will be cool. And then I'll just nice and easy on the way back home. No reason to try to do it all, you know, try to push it all one day and, like, you know, barely, you know, obviously you're not going to make it home because it's 8 hours each way, but there's no reason to kind of push hard for it. I'll just nice and easy, you know. And I was just reading the paperwork. Look at all these clean loads. I was reading the paperwork, and it looks like I got a pretty clean load, bunch of 5x5s, and then like a couple beams. So, and it's only 50,000 pounds, so it should be a really easy textbook load for me, which I'm happy about that. So, yeah, it sucks that I was really focused on Kai's truck, trying to get it done, but hey, man. It is what it is. It's how it is with trucking, man. You know, you just never know what's going on. You can never plan. Sometimes things just kind of like play out the way they want to play out. But hey, man, it is what it is. It's why you got to be 100% available 24 hours a day, man. That's how you make it. So I'll get this load on and get back to Kyron's truck. All loaded up. Drop that rear axle. Easy peasy. All right, guys, we're all chained down. I didn't want to get a chain on this beam here. I don't want to bend the beam. There's plenty of chains hitting it, so no need for one there. Got a chain on the bottom. We got a strap on the bottom and a strap on the back at the bottom, so that's what she's looking like. All right, let's hit the road. Let's find some more parts for Kyron's truck. There's a store right here down the street that I'm gonna go to, but first I gotta get some fuel and then head back to the yard. All right, when I got back in town, we didn't waste any time. We started making headway on this thing right away. Kai met me back down at the yard. We figured out a game plan of what we needed to do, put the truck in the shade, had a couple beers, and wired her on up, cleaned her on up, and it really didn't take that much longer. Right now, you know, we got the thing all torn apart and just staying focused on it. All right, guys, long day. So he's about to pull his truck around and test everything out. I just opened up a cold one, trying to watch the calories. Got the charger here, of course, if you guys haven't seen it. It's my 2019 Scat Pack, slow pack. She's slow. But anyways, he's about to pull around. We're about to finally test this deal. I'm a little nervous about it because honestly, if this doesn't work, I mean, we just tested it. He's got power. He's got every pin works. We rewired his other pin with fresh wiring. Everything checks out. He's got 12 volts back there. If this doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But it should work out. I don't see why not. But after we get this situated, we'll cinch down all the zip ties for, you know, clean the wiring back up. And then we'll cinch the wiring back up. Got to get his deck plate back on. Make sure he's not hit. Oh, you're good. You're good. Straight. Yeah, he's good. Anyways. So like I was saying, we'll get the wiring all nice and buttoned up. And then I need to work on lights for my truck because I've got a couple that have been out. My underglow has been out for I don't know how long. It's just a ground wire that basically just frayed itself apart. So I'm gonna change that and put my ground wire on another switch with my other rear lights, and I think it'll just work out a lot better. Man, cross your fingers, guys. I mean, we've been working on this thing. And I haven't put that many hours into it, but you know, I had to go get loaded. But let's cross our fingers. Let's see what happens. All right, brake lights. Whoa, there we go. Turn your lights on, your clearance lights. Okay, now brake lights. Okay, left turn signal. They're working, guys. Oh yeah, right turn signal. Oh yeah, we're in business. Now, hazards. Oh yeah, guys. Turn your lights off. Brake lights. Oh yeah, guys, we're good. We're money. He's working. All right, time to work on the nice truck.